The best African sports documentaries you need to watch. African sports have always been an inspiration to the world. From football to basketball, athletics to boxing, Africa has produced some of the greatest sportsmen and women in history. These individuals and their teams have inspired documentaries that give an insight into their lives, their struggles, and their achievements. In this article, we will introduce you to the best African sports documentaries you need to watch. The Rise of African Football, 2002. The Rise of African Football is a documentary that takes a look at the evolution of African football. The documentary explores how African football has developed from the early days to the modern game we see today. It also showcases some of the greatest moments in African football history, including the triumph of the Cameroon national team at the 2000 Olympic Games. One player who is prominently featured in the documentary is Samuel Eto'o, the legendary Cameroonian striker. Eto'o talks about his early days in football and how he overcame the challenges he faced to become one of the best players in the world. Cameroon national team. Samuel Eto'o. Cameroon national team. Samuel Eto'o. The 4-Year Plan, 2011. The 4-Year Plan is a documentary that chronicles the takeover of Queen's Park Rangers, QPR, by a group of wealthy businessmen. The documentary showcases how the new owners went about transforming the fortunes of the club and taking it from the bottom of the English football pyramid to the Premier League. One of the key figures in the documentary is Flavio Briatore, the former Formula One team boss who led the takeover of QPR. Briatore talks about his vision for the club and how he planned to make QPR a force to be reckoned with. Queen's Park Rangers. Flavio Briatore. Queen's Park Rangers. Flavio Briatore. Coach, 2013. Coach is a documentary that focuses on the life of the legendary South African football coach, Clive Barker. Barker led the South African national team to victory in the 1996 African Cup of Nations, a moment that is still celebrated in South Africa today. The documentary showcases Barker's coaching philosophy and how he was able to inspire his players to achieve greatness. It also delves into his personal life and the challenges he faced along the way. Clive Barker. South African national team. Clive Barker. South African national team. The Other Boys of Summer, 2018. The Other Boys of Summer is a documentary that tells the story of the Negro baseball leagues in the United States. While the documentary is not strictly about African sports, it does showcase the achievements of some of the greatest African American baseball players in history. The documentary explores how the Negro Leagues gave black players an opportunity to showcase their skills at a time when they were excluded from the major leagues. It also highlights the struggles these players faced both on and off the field. Negro Baseball Leagues. African American baseball players. Negro Baseball Leagues. African American baseball players. The Weight of Gold, 2020. The Weight of Gold is a documentary that takes a look at the mental health struggles of Olympic athletes. The documentary